Hello everybody and welcome to another Vintage Cube video. Not a good pack to start. There's not a single land actually, which is kind of weird. Not even bad lands. Um, there's no broken blue cards. There's no super powerful aggressive cards. Based on power level, it's probably Fury and Stoneforge. Maybe Echo of Eons. I think I like taking the Stoneforge, honestly. This is a very good card to first pick. It goes well in mid-range decks and aggressive decks. Also, if you get it early, you can adjust your pick order accordingly and end up with like Cauldra and stuff like that. Not super likely that Skull Clamp comes around, but it could. We're also not passing much in the way of good blue stuff or good white stuff, but this isn't like me saying that I think Stoneforge Mystic is a great first pick. It's just the best of a bad pack. Echo of Beyond is reasonable too. Probably that's what I would take if there was no Stoneforge. Alright, what do we want now? Interesting pack. Once again, no lands. 30 straight or 29 straight cards with not a single land. The most powerful card is probably Duretti. That doesn't work super well with what we have right now. I think both of the white cards are reasonable. And let's take Reprieve. Great, again, still letting it be great in blue-white control while also being a reasonable card in white aggro. Also plays kind of well with Stoneforge because you can either reprieve their card if it's scary or put your thing into play. Oust is good too, but it's more replaceable. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a Teferi. There's also Cauldra, but that's going to wheel probably. Teferi is just really strong. Leyline Binding's fine. This could be a good deck for either Shredder or Mastermind, actually. And Dismembered also always a good option. But I think we take the Teferi here, and then maybe wheel one of these two. Great pickup. Interesting pack. There is the sword, but I'm not going to take that here over the other good cards. Gideon is a really powerful white card, but I think Spell Pierce is probably the best card for this deck. Just a really, really powerful interactive card. The question is, could we wheel something if we take the Gideon? Maybe? Like, we'd not wheel the Spell Pierce, but we could maybe wheel, like, Factor Fiction if we take Gideon. I think Spell Pierce is just too good to pass, though, honestly. Yeah, we'll take this and try and wheel the sword. Spell Pierce is very, very good. Okay, now we'll take a Cathar Commando. There's Narset as well, but this plays well with the flash plan of like Reprieve, Spell Pierce, Stoneforge. Also just a really good card. Sort of like blue-white, tempo, flashy stuff. Palace Jailer would be great. Restoration Angel would be very good as well. We could play Vendilion Click. That's sort of the direction I see this going. Solitude and Subtlety would both be powerful too. Alright, not the best pack for us here. Treasure Cruise is a good card. Leonin Relic Order is like, I think actually the pick here though. It's a very, very powerful card. I know we took Cathar Commando, but it just, like, Treasure Cruise is not really where this deck is going. We could play it, like, we could try and pivot more towards blue-white control, but with a couple of cheap creatures, I think I'd rather have the Relic Order here. Ooh, Blade Splicer and Subtlety. Let's take the Subtlety, I think. Blade Splicer is okay, but Subtlety is better. Yeah. Now I see Karmic Guide versus Shark Typhoon. We'll take the Shark. Good pickup. So everything in our deck is instant speed except for, well, okay, I guess we have three. We have 5 instant speed cards and 3 sorcery speed cards. Maybe not that skewed of a distribution. We'll check the card in our colors now. I'm not that interested in splashing green or white, or green or black. Maybe Vindicate's defensible, but we'll take the hard evidence. This is more of a Treasure Cruise type card than a Leonin Relic Order type card, notably. Nice. Oust Wield. Thieving Skydiver is good too, but we definitely want to take the Oust. That's our first removal spell. I like this start a lot. We'll probably end up cutting one of these two, and that will be emblematic of a direction that we're going. Also, we have no fixing, so hopefully that's something we can remedy soon. Alright, nice. We wheeled a Cauldra. There's also Leyline Binding, but with this current mana base, it's not looking great, so we'll take the Cauldra, which is a genuinely very good pickup. Not going to play any of these cards under pretty much any circumstances. I guess when in doubt, take the land. Sure. Alright, so not getting super late pickups, but we got 11 spells we're very excited about playing. Maybe 10. We didn't wield a sword, which is a little bit interesting. Do want to find at least one more equipment. There's Esper Sentinel. That's a good card. Could also take March of Otherworldly Light. Maybe Sower, but yeah, let's take the Sentinel. That's a really good pickup. Now we just got to equip Cauldra to the Esper Sentinel. Um, Skull Clamp and a Gideon. Someone else is definitely playing white, but I still think we're off to a really good start. Turn 1 Esper Sentinel, turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic is like very, very powerful, especially with Subtlety backup. Alright, now we have 4 blue cards that would all be pretty good versus Path to Exile. Daze is maybe the best one for us, actually, if we get the fixing for it. But I'm going to take the Path, and then one of these blue cards should come around. Yeah, I think that's the right play. We do really need to find some fixing, though. We're getting to the point where I'm seriously concerned about that. Wow. Now we find fixing, but it's in such a good pack for us. All of these cards are phenomenal. Really close pick. Wandering Emperor in particular is just so good for this deck, but like maybe we cut this. Oh, are we really gonna pass a Flooded Strand? The Wandering Emperor is just perfect for this deck, though. Honestly, I'm gonna take this. This is like, oh, it's so close. Maybe Reprieve is also even just better than the Wandering Emperor. Very close pick. All 3 of these cards are super reasonable options. I think I'm gonna take the land. We just have such bad fixing. We're gonna have lots of good spells. These are upgrades over the other spells we would play, but I think I gotta take this with no fixing so far. Okay, now we see Suspicious Stowaway, Thirst for Discovery, Council's Judgment, Smuggler's Copter. I think we take the Copter here. Copter is really good. Yeah, I'll take this card. There's Spar's Headquarters, good fixing. Also Wrath of God and Elite Spellbinder, but I'll take the Spar's Headquarters. I think it's worth it to pick up a little fixing in here. There's Hallowed Fountain, also Force of Will and Vendilion Click, though. Wow. We don't really have enough blue cards for Force, but I guess we have Subtlety, so we're hoping to get to having enough blue cards for it. I think I will take the Force. We just got it land, so I don't think we need that. Click is nice, but having access to free counter magic, plus, like with this and Subtlety, plus a quick clock is really powerful. Yeah, I'll take the Force. Close pick. Ooh, Fallen Shinobi would be great for this deck. I think we got to take the Phyrexian Revoker or the Adeline, though. Let's take the Adeline. Yeah, it works a little better with the curve, and it's also probably just more powerful. Now I see Time Warp, Guardian, Scale Lord, and Touch the Spirit Realm. All tempting. I think I'm going to take the Time Warp here. This is kind of replaceable. This is just underpowered. And Time Warp is we want to have blue cards for Force and Subtlety. Plus, it goes really well if like you have Adeline or something and the attack stat matters. Okay, now we have March of Otherworldly Light, solid removal spell. We'll take that. We do want to make sure we have enough creatures for the Copter. But I think we're going to find lots of like random dorky creatures. Or we could end up cutting the Copter potentially, but either one's fine. Okay, Batterskull and Phantasmal Image, both good, but we're going to take the Batterskull here with a Stoneforge. Now we have both of the living weapons. That's pretty sweet. Fixing's okay, and I don't think Hallowed Fountain is likely to wheel, but it would be nice to find another land. What's the best card we could get here? There's a chance Time Walk is better than Ancestral for this deck. Probably not quite yet, but if we get a few more creatures that work well with that sort of thing, then that would be the case. But I would still probably take Ancestral over anything right now, including Black Lotus. Okay, we wheel the dig. I think I'll take that. Solemn doesn't seem that good for us. And once again, just any blue card is going to be nice here when we have two forces. All right, Stowaway. Weathered Wayfarer is fine, but I think we go with the Stowaway here. Enlightened Tutor. We're not an Emery deck. Spectral Precision actually seems like it could be pretty good here. Yeah, honestly, I'll take that. I was gonna say Enlightened Tutor is good if we get. We'll take this Selfless Spirit here. Enlightened Tutor would be good if we ended up with. Oh, I want to be able to play this. All right, finally I'll finish that thought. Enlightened Tutor would be good if we got like a Mox or a Black Lotus or some sort of broken card like that. But for now, I think this seems fine. Okay. There's Mother of Runes, there's Brazen Borrower, but I think I'm just going to take Caracas since we have tons of good playables already. I do kind of wish that I had taken the Vendilion Click now, but yeah, let's take the Caracas. Good pickup. And there's Tundra. Yeah, that's perfect. Odawara would be good too. None of the other cards are very good for us. Rona, like maybe we play, but easy Tundra, very good pickup. I love getting two powerful lands there right off the bat. That's a significant upgrade without making us just have like brutal cuts to make. So this is probably a 17 land deck, which means we only need two more spells. Jeez. All right, come to daddy. This calculation is good. Loran is good, but we're taking the Teferi. This card's really, really powerful. Yeah, get in here. Now we see Jace. This land doesn't help us. Containing Priest is fine. I think we take the Jace. It's not very good in this deck though right now. I think it's still the pick. Okay, Urza, another card we're interested in. Charter Course looks actually quite good though. When we have creatures to attack and turn this into a card advantage. What are the cuts here? Maybe Smuggler's Copter's a little tough on the mana. Maybe we cut Chart or Dig Through Time. But then with all these, it did become a lot better. I think right now I'm actually going a little bit more in the controlling direction. We don't have that many aggressive creatures. Ooh. All right, Jace the Mind Sculptor. Yeah, that's even more evidence, actually. We should go in a more controlling direction. Now, Hard Evidence looks good again. We're not a Thalia deck. We're not a Time Spiral deck. We're not a Saheeli deck. We could be a Ballista deck. Actually, yeah, Ballista seems good here. So I don't think we're playing Adeline anymore. I don't think we're playing Copter. We're going to go in a bit more of a controlling direction. The only problem with this plan is that we're a little bit light on good, good removal. We don't have a board sweeper. Just have March plus Oust. But then with Counter Magic, I think that's fine. Now I think I'm going to take Cryptic over the Restoration Angel since we're a little bit light on creatures that this works with. Actually, there's none except for a Subtlety. Yeah, I'll take Cryptic. There's Mother of Runes, but we're not really that style of deck anymore. I still think this is still the pick, though. And it might even be worth playing. Now we'll take a Kitchen Finks for the board. Let's not play the Mother of Runes, I guess. Man. We could play 16 lands. We did lower our curve a bit here at the end. Um, Frantic Search seems pretty bad. Gearhulk also seems pretty bad, though. It's good with Cryptic. I guess I'll take the Gearhulk. I think we need to make one more cut. Containing Priest is a good sideboard card. Um, Maybe it's Time Warp now. I would love to actually play this Otari card, but we don't have a red splash. We'll take the blocker. Actually, no. Let's take Hero Blade Hold. So Healy's actually a sideboard card we might play in some matchups. Okay, can we afford to play 16 lands in this deck? You could also cut Time Warp. Oh, we could go for this. That's tempting. No, no, it's just got to be bad. All right, I think we'll run like this. No Time Warp. We still have plenty of top end. Um, yeah, a lot of white cards in the sideboard that are fine, but not essential. This gives us 9 white sources and 8, 9, 10, 11 blue. That seems good. We'll just run it like this. This deck seems sweet. Blue white. Like this is definitely a bit more of a mid-rangey deck, I would say, with like Stoneforge and like Batterskull and all that. But it seems pretty sweet. A lot of top end, a lot of cheap interaction, including 2 free interactive spells. We're a little bit light on creature removal, but I think this deck is sweet. See you in round 1. All right, here we are for round 1 on the play against Pairs MTG. Great hand. We will keep the old turn 2 hard evidence. This is definitely not looking like a Esper Sentinel in the Stoneforge deck, but it can be that as well. Ooh. Don't want to see an uncounterable um, Planeswalker coming in here. But this does mean that Spell Pierce is not likely to work because it can't hit Planeswalkers or creatures now. They might play like some sort of artifact. That's fine. That's also fine. All right, we'll just pass. They've got a lot of stuff in play. None of them is super relevant, but our removal is bad enough that this could be tough. Um, I really wish we had a board sweeper. All right. So the only removal in our entire deck is March of Otherworldly Light plus Oust. But we can play just maybe some bigger creatures, like Stoneforge Mystic for Batterskull, and just ignore all these little creatures. They discard Spars, Headquarters, and Pass. We'll crack the clue. Interesting. Okay, let's play that. And I think just grab Kaldra. Make them answer it. There's a Sentinel. Should have played those in the other order. Unlikely to matter, but yeah, it doesn't. And then we pass. We still have Spell Pierce up. We also have Force of Will up. And then we can untap and hopefully put Cauldron into play. And we can answer Swords to Plowshares or something like that. We cannot answer a Planeswalker that would kill our Sentinel or our Stoneforge Mystic, but there's not too many Planeswalkers they're likely to have that would do that. Okay, they just get Breeding Pool, nothing fancy. I guess their Reclaimer is now a 3/4, but that's small compared to our Cauldra. Do we want to chump block with a Crab token? Probably not. That'll be able to prevent 3 damage later as well. So they could have flipped their Jace there if they used the Reclaimer first, but they choose not to do that. Next turn they'll get to flip the Jace. Alright, there's an island. They have 5 mana, 4 cards. What you got? It is a legend. Bummer. It's really unfortunate that we can't counter this. Okay, that resolves. Okay, let's just take this. It's fine. Drawing land there is nice. I think we'll just use this, bounce back the Jace, drop the Cauldra, and then swing. All right, now we pass. Somehow they played. We've had all these counter spells all game. They haven't played a single thing we can counter. But next turn we can use Cryptic to tap their team and get in with a Cauldra to kill the Nissa if we want to. Could also, like, if they go for blocks, we could bounce their thing and then trample over. I will probably end up jump blocking with the Crab token this turn. Please just be Jace. Oh no. Man, this Delighted Halfling has been brutal. The uncounterability has been incredibly relevant. They've cast three spells, three legendary spells through counter magic now. Omnath, okay. They can trigger Omnath with Elvish Reclaimer. Yeah, I think we're gonna die here. If it wasn't for the Delighted Halfling, we would have won, but as it is, we will die. Alright, this is actually kind of great. Do get to spell pierce this. And they should have used the Nissa first, so they can't actually stop this. Do they have a land? Maybe not. They're holding Jace. I think that's it that we know about. Alright, we'll chump here. Still gonna keep the Sentinel around. That seems like it's putting in some good work. Okay, we'll force this. Pitching. Dig through time, I think. Sure. So now we can kill their Nissa for sure. They have a lot of stuff on board. But I think we can stay alive here, especially if we top deck Batterskull. Oh my god, nice. Um, we don't have enough mana for Karakas plus Batterskull though. So we'll send it to Nissa. Hopefully they just don't block. Okay, they don't block, so now we just get to untap. And do we want to upkeep tap their team? I think so. Takes them off of a lot of mana. So tap all creatures your opponents control, draw a card. Sure. Now we can end of turn put Batterskull into play, and if we want, we can even put the Batterskull on the Germ and swing in for 9 with First Strike, Haste, Indestructible, Trample, Vigilance, Lifelink. Seems pretty good. We can still leave up Karakas to bounce their own math if we want to. Right, they just looked at the cards and then looked at the cards again. I don't know if they messed up their order the first time or what. Alright, we draw Jace. Jace is pretty good because that can flashback Cryptic Command. They decide to go for Life from the Loam. That's fine. Probably means we get to draw a card. I mean, it also means they get a bunch of lands back, but it's not the end of the world. I think that's the third card Sentinel's drawn us. Of course, this just drew them three as well. Ah, bummer. They have the fetch land. We could bounce the Omnath in response, but I think I would rather get the Batterskull into play. What do they have here with 4 mana? Just spinning the top again, alright. They have Jace. Okay, that's fine. Against this, I don't think I'm going to equip the Batterskull. I think I'm going to start bouncing their lands. Ooh, good draw. Let's play Teferi and bounce a land. Um, Reprieve is a good one. Let's go land. We want to hold up Reprieve. I think bouncing the Omnath does seem worth it. Then do we hold up Reprieve or just play Jace? I'm just going to bounce this and play Jace, honestly. Just try and get as much board presence as possible. And now do we send everything at them? Yeah, let's just hit them for as much as possible. We still have the Batterskull back on defense. So they can like get their Omnath thing going. They can replay it, but if they're spending a lot of mana to do that, that slows them down at least. Next turn, Jace can bounce their other land. All right, they play land, so they're not doing Omnath presumably. Then what are they casting? Okay. We can play this March for Otherworldly Light on the land. That seems good. Nice. This is how I hope they would attack. This one at us, and then this one at Teferi. It is too bad they played one of the few things we could actually reprieve there. But I still think we're in a pretty good spot. We can equip either of these if we want to. We can even put like Batterskull on Esper Sentinel, and then start drawing a card every time they play anything. Take this. Then they pass. We can't quite kill them. We can put them to 2. Oh, they just concede. So what we were going to do is pay 5 to put Batterskull on the Esper Sentinel, hit them for 6, gaining 5, and flip the Jace and then march one of their guys, or maybe just pass with a prevap. Either way, we were probably going to win. Weird game, interesting one. I thought we were pretty far behind at points there, but we are able to get it out. So playing against like blue-green, their deck seems good, like Ancestral, Jace, Mystic Confluence, lots of card draw. Delighted Halfling's also a problem. Um, Hero of Bladehold seems pretty good because they are light on removal. Cathar Commando seems kind of bad. We didn't see that much that it's good against. I think I'll cut Hard Evidence though. Could play Time Warp over something, but I think I'd rather have Hero of Bladehold. Alright, both players are a little bit light on removal, so just who can like play more big things. Alright, we can keep this. Not exciting. I don't want to have to pitch a card, pitch the Jace to the Force of Will, but it's nice to have access to a cheap removal spell plus a cheap counter spell, just in case they come out of the gates fast. Spar's headquarters, okay. Reprieve is a good draw. This is a key turn. Sure. This looks like modern. All right, so now I'm not going to march this. We can reprieve through the uncounterability. That's one of the ways where reprieve is better than remand. This doesn't actually counter. So even if they play like an Omnath here, we can reprieve the Omnath, then untap and march the Delighted Halfling. And if they do nothing we care about, then we'll just march this end of turn. Okay, I will reprieve this. Kind of close. It doesn't do that much, but maybe their hand is awkward. Ooh, that's great. Hmm. I'm going to counter this. It's not great to have to do this, but we'll pitch the Cryptic and then just plan on tapping out for our Planeswalkers. Chart of Course, I would have pitched that if I could. But we'll play the Teferi, bounce the Halfling, and pass. So they have Dak and Halfling, four unknowns. Here comes the Dak, yep. This probably means they are digging for lands. In general, when your opponent has Dak, you want them to be light on land because then they discard a bunch of their top end. Ooh, Uro is bad. We do have March to deal with it, but that's a problem. I think I'm gonna Jace bounce here rather than brainstorming. Taking them off of one mana seems pretty relevant. So they loot again. Now they're gonna have enough cards for Uro. They might just escape Uro, which we can march. They could go escape Uro into replay Halfling. And then we can go march plus just draw some cards with Jace first. Dak plus Uro is very powerful. Man, and just the double ancestral recall both games. Their deck is good. I think if we were to play 100 games, they would win over 50. But luckily, we only have to play 2 to 3, so we could benefit from some variance and steal these games. Discarding Kogla and Light from the Loam, okay. They have Jace. Alright, Jace on Jace. We don't have any good answers to Jace, unfortunately. Yeah, this deck's lack of removal is a big problem. Right, good draw. So let's brainstorm, put back land, Play land, play Stoneforge. Plus and pass, holding up instant speed chart course if we want to. They dredge life from the loam. Interesting. A lot of action in their graveyard. So they're hoping to find lands that they can then just loam back. They don't hit any lands still. That is brutal. Alright, now they can Jace Brainstorm. Or they bounce that. Interesting. Okay. Well, this resolve. Do we want to play Charted Course end of turn? Okay, I'll oust that end of turn. Or oust that now, I guess. Here's the Halfling. Yep, alright. I don't think the Spell Pierce is good, so that's what we're going to discard to the chart. Good draw. So let's Brainstorm. Put back both of these two, I think. Then I'll play land. Stoneforge. Getting Cauldron again. Plus and pass with Subtlety up. Interesting game, but we can Subtlety the Uro even if it's uncounterable. Very interesting game. Both players' counter magic is turned off. Knight to Fairy does it, and their Delighted Halfling does it. All right, they loot again. They're getting. I get how. Wait, how have they used Dax so many times? And we still have the same number of cards. That's kind of crazy. But now they do have fewer, so they will get milled if one player does. There's another land. So now they're going to play their life from the loam, bring back two lands. Nissa. Okay, I think I will. Well, how much do we care about this actually? No, it's got to be right to subtlety this. Because then we get to pressure their planeswalkers. March of Otherworldly Light is good against their. Oh, they just concede. Whoa. All right. Interesting match. I kind of feel like we outmaneuvered them more than outpowered them. They had some powerful stuff going on, but I guess Jace was on our side and doing some good work. Weird match. We get it though. Here we are on the trophy leaderboard, hoping to go up to tied for first if we can win these next two rounds. I'll see you in round two. All right, here we are for round two. Unfortunately, we're on the draw, but our hand looks pretty good. Ooh, well, it's gonna jam a six drop on turn one. Yes, that's not something we can reprieve either. Or we can bounce with Caracas. We have outs to this though. Stoneforge Mystic. That's an out. Yeah, Cauldron beats this. They have one key turn here. If they can deal with our Stoneforge Mystic, we're in bad shape, but they don't have really good lands for doing that. And if we get to untap and hold up Spell Pierce, I love our position. Alright. Life totals are 8 to 32, but I don't hate our position. We'll just pass. Brand Dynamo, interesting. Spell Pierce is going to be super dead. Do we just fire off the Spell Pierce to tap their mana here? No, I'm just going to let them have it and just accept that it's dead. We'll loot it away to Jace. Interesting. Do they not know how this works? Odawara. Alright, that does it. Maybe we were supposed to Spell Pierce the Throne Dynamo. Alright, we'll play Jace and pass. We can bounce Jace with Wormcoil Engine and just keep on doing that to have an eternal jump blocker if we want to. That taps us out of Reprieve. How bad is that? I think kind of bad. I'll do this, because this also means we get at least one loot with the Jace. And we get to hold up Reprieve in case they have another threat, which is fairly likely. Yeah, definitely want to Reprieve this. They don't have enough mana to replay it right now. There's a path, okay. Ooh, alright. Um, let's start with a loot. We'll discard the Spell Pierce. And then play Teferi Plus. Oh, we should path this as soon as we can. Misplay. I should have pathed this in their upkeep. I'll do it now. To take them off of 1 mana from the Tolarian Academy. Nice, that works. So they have Karn, but we have Teferi to deal with the Karn. We're also getting close to being able to re-equip Kaldra. Yeah, I think we're in a great spot here. Despite the turn 1 Wormcoil Engine on the play. Yep, can't answer that unfortunately. We'll see if they make a dude or a plus. They do make a dude. We can bounce that with Teferi. Mindslaver, jeez. Okay. So, how do we beat this? I think we go to Fairy Bounce the Construct, almost definitely. Then we'll go this to Fairy, Tuck. Well, no, we'll loot now. Bummer. Um, we'll go Chart a Course. Discarding a land. Then we'll go plus and Tuck Mindslaver. Mindslaver just wins if they get to it. They can plus the Karn, which will dig towards the Mindslaver, but we'll just give them the other card. And then we can hopefully Walking Ballista to kill the Karn, preventing them from getting the Mindslaver. Oh, they make another construct. That's great news. Oh man, what's this? Oh. Well, that probably wins. Too bad. We were almost able to overcome the turn one Worm Coil, but then the upheaval, that's too much. I don't think there's anything we can draw. Yeah, they got us. All right, so playing against mono blue artifacts could be a kind of tough matchup since we don't have a ton of counters magic. Um, Hero of Bladeholder is good pressure. Oh, we definitely want Leon in Relic Order. I think I'll cut the dig through time and the walking ballista. Then what do we want? Copter just to lower the curve. Nah, let's just play the dig. It's a blue card as well. Yeah, we'll run like this. On the play, let's go. Great hand. Do we play Sentinel on turn one? I think I'm going to hold up Spell Pierce given that we know that they have Black Lotus. If they have the Lotus, we'll definitely want to counter it. Yeah, I'll Spell Pierce this too, actually. 1 mana, destroy land, basically. Alright, that's less likely. Okay, yeah, this is great. Very happy we countered the Mox Ruby now. So they only have 1 mana. Urza Saga. Uh-oh. Jace can bounce the tokens, but that's still scary. I was really hoping to draw something relevant there. Do they have the extra land? If they don't have a land, okay, no, they do. So they're probably just making constructs. Ugh. They really have Mana Crypt and Black Lotus and a Mox. That's absurd. Another land. Alright, so we're going to play Jace, Brainstorm. Chump block to keep the Jace around. And then just hope for the best from there. Yep. They can get their Lotus here, make another dude. If they don't add anything else to the board, we're in pretty good shape. But or they're even untapping their Saga. That's kind of sweet. I think this is actually surprisingly okay for us, though. They get Black Lotus, but hopefully they don't have anything else to add to the board. We can go Jace bounce 1 to Fairy bounce 1, Path 1. And then we still have Leon in Relic Order for another artifact. It's absurd how much broken mana they have. Go land to Fairy. Bounce a dude. Bounce a dude. And pass with Path up. They've also lost back-to-back flips. We could get there. They've had pretty broken draws both games, but this game our draw is lining up fairly well with theirs. So we'll take this out with a Path. Does give them a third land, which I don't love. But they have tons of mana either way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Of pretty much any color, too. The One Ring. Okay, I think we'll just take that out with Leon in Relic Order. Unless we want to try to pressure them and like tempo them out, basically. Yeah, I kind of like that plan, actually. Between the Mana Crypt and the One Ring, they're going to be dealing themselves a lot of damage. So I'm going to play the Land Relic Ward to take out the Lotus. Okay. Are they going to do anything with that? Shark Typhoon for 2. Okay, that's annoying. We still don't do anything here, though. So they're going to go down to 12 and then hopefully lose the Mana Crypt flip. They win this one. Okay, bummer. Now they're going to kill our Jace. I'm going to hold the Charter Course to draw a card next turn. There's not much that we could hit there that would save the Jace, if anything. I guess there's one oust. So what can they do here? With the Teferi, they can't interact. So we're going to be able to deploy an extra threat end of turn through counter magic or removal or anything like that. Okay, that's fine. Do they dare tap the One Ring? All right, so we're going to get this to resolve this and then presumably hit them for 5. That's bad. All right, so we hit them for 5. They go to 7. We'll draw 2. Okay. I'll just deploy my extra threat and just pass. Not going to use this Cathar Commando here. None of these artifacts are too scary. They're going to go down to 6 in their upkeep no matter what. Okay, they do go for the ring, so now they're going down to 5 in their upkeep. They're looking for upheaval. Dang, they won back-to-back flips. They could have just been dead here. If they find upheaval, we can redeploy Cathar Commando immediately. But they're going to still probably be able to set up something we can't beat. Shark hits the Teferi down to 1, yep. What you got? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Here comes the upheaval, most likely. Oh. Hmm. Okay, I mean, they're just dead on board to that, if they play that, right? We have Cathar Commando to kill it. Oh, actually, no, yeah, they're dead to the One Ring, yeah. Alright, weird game. This card sucks in this matchup. Um, wow, I mean, their deck is capable of things that are so much more powerful than anything we can do. Can, like, turn one the One Ring in multiple different ways. Lotus, Crypt, Mox, Opal, Ruby. It's going to be very, very hard to win this, but we do have a few tools. The Cathar Commando and Leonin Relic Warder can hopefully slow them down. Like, maybe Dig is just not that good if we're trying to be lower to the ground and play to the board more. We could just play, like, a Selfless Spirit or, like, one of these dopey creatures. That seems pretty weak. Maybe Adeline is better than Dig. Yeah, I think I like this plan, being a bit more proactive. There's the Adeline right off the bat. We'll definitely keep this. Hopefully they don't have a super broken start. They're down to four. Jeez. Yep. Even on a multi four, they can do some busted stuff. Lots of mana on turn two. Oh, they're okay. I don't even know if this is correct. They shouldn't have put the mana crypt into play. I guess they're set up to like any top deck is going to be good for them. That's the theory. All right, we'll grab a Tundra and fire off the hard evidence. And we might this might be a situation where we path our own crab. Mox Ruby, okay. All right, so we're not going to actually path our own crab. We're going to just crack this clue and then we can attack with Adeline to get a token. Good draw. Another good draw. Get in there, crab. Boom. It's kind of funny. So if they rip upheaval, they can upheaval and set us back to turn one, but that's not that bad. Threat Dynamo, geez, lots of mana. So now I think at this point we just go for Jace pluses and just try to keep them off of top decking something good. I would love to draw a blue card, no such luck. I think this is still the right play though. Because we have a quick clock. So we know they're ripping a land. Blue card, nice. Shark Typhoon. Yeah, I guess we should put that on the bottom. And then we'll just pass, holding up. We're free plus subtlety, and we kill them on our next attack. Weird game three. They just put tons of mana into play immediately and then did nothing. But we get the win, 2-0, fighting for that trophy number 9. See you in the finals. All right, here we are for the finals. On the draw, one lander that I'm actually going to keep. One landers in general are pretty sketchy, of course, but being on the draw is helpful. We have 2 pieces of interaction we can cast, and then Stowaway can help us to smooth our draw. This hand has a fail rate, of course, but if we draw a land in our first 2 draws, it's very good. Opponent likes their top 2. I'm not going to subtlety this. Come on, land. Alright, that's of the spells we could draw one of the better ones because it's pretty good if we draw 1 planes. We can just take out their Mox Emerald for free. But do need to find that land. Um, let's spell pierce this rather than subtlety. It's gonna be hard to keep up the mana some potentially. Come on, land. Oof. All right. All right. Just swing for 1 is good for us. Can we please draw the land? Yes. Okay. Nice. So let's play planes and pass. We're gonna hold up reprieve, and then end of turn. We're gonna just play. We could even cycle Shark Typhoon. No, it's probably better to play the Commando. Okay. Triplicate Titan. Huh. Okay, we will reprieve this. Ballista, good draw. Land? Not a land. Um, I think I'm just gonna play the Stowaway here. Don't love it, but It's mana efficient and it lets us start looting through our deck. So we're going to go for the Titan again. We're going to subtlety the Titan. And now if we draw a land, we can take them off of 2 mana. Put it on top. Okay, so no matter what, we're going to be able to take them off of it. Okay, nice. So let's attack for 1. Okay, I'm going to discard the Batter Skull. Then we can play Chart a Course plus March this. Now they don't have mana for Triplicate Titan again next turn. We don't have Crypt Force of Will up, but we know that they don't have a land. Or actually, we don't know for sure that they don't have a land, but I'm pretty sure they don't. Which means they just pass, yep. And now we can play Ballista for 2 and take them off of another land. Once again, preventing them from playing the Titan. We're also going to flip the Stowaway. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot now. Despite the fact that we missed our second land drop. Alright. Still doing this turn. So now even if they top deck the land, they can't play their Titan. Man, the subtlety is really punishing them for keeping that thing on top. I don't blame them. They thought they had enough mana, but we've attacked their mana pretty aggressively since then. Alright, let's attack. I want to save the Jace as a blue card for Force. Ah, that's annoying. Alright, I could level this up to make this a trade, but I think I'd rather just accept this. Oh, we should have hit them for 1. That was a slight misplay. Um, let's go land. Stoneforge. Fail to find. Sentinel. And pass. With Cathar Commando up. This does flip our Seafaring Werewolf back, but I think that's okay. Maybe it's not. Maybe we just don't care about the Sentinel and we shouldn't have played it. It's kind of close. So this can just make a 1-1 right now. I think this is fine. This is an aggressive attack. So we'll untap. Good draw. Dump this Cauldron into play. And then send in everyone. Nice. So playing against blue-green artifacts, another similar deck to what we've played against. I think once again we want to bring in the Relic Warder. Where is it? Oh, here. Dig Through Time was good there. Ballista's good against their mana dorks. Sentinel I think is worth it. Could cut Hard Evidence. Yeah, I guess I'll cut the Hard Evidence. We're running back like this. For the trophy, baby, let's go. On the draw. Do we get a keepable 7, though? Yeah, great 7. Batterskull's a little awkward, but that's fine. Turn 1 Sentinel is nice. We also have Subtlety in case they do anything too broken. Okay, that's pretty bad actually. That card can, I don't want to say single-handedly win the game, but it can do a lot of stuff on its own. And if we like stumble a little bit out of the gate and don't pressure them, then that card can take over. All right, we'll pass. Just gonna cycle the Shark Typhoon end of turn. We could also path our own Sentinel. It's not a great play. I don't really want to path their thing though. I think I'm just gonna cycle Shark Typhoon. Okay, if they do that, then I will path this. So what are we hoping to draw here? I mean, I guess just land, but then what do we do? Like Jace plus? Seems kind of weak, but that probably is the line actually. Jace plus targeting ourselves. Planes. I think I'm gonna keep that. Just slamming Batterskull next turn seems fine. It stabilizes the board pretty well, and we can brainstorm next turn. Alternatively, we are one mana short of being able to go to Fairy plus making a 1/1 shark. Do we care about this enough to subtlety it? I think we do actually. Yeah, let's pitch our Teferi and subtlety this. We're not going to be able to subtlety it otherwise, like if we wait. Um, maybe, I don't know, it's close. It's close. Maybe that's wrong, but I think I like it. They get to hit our Jace, but then we get to brainstorm. And so now we're gonna hold up the Shark Typhoon. So we could also just plus away their Teferi. Yeah, let's honestly do that. And then do we play Batterskull or hold up Shark Typhoon? I think I'm gonna play Batterskull. Actually, no, let's not. Batterskull is not that good against Retrofitter Foundry. They can just chump block it really easily. I think I'd rather have a flyer, and this also will hopefully lure them into letting us kill one of their things. All right, so block your Reclamation Sage. Do they have a Jace of their own? An Oko. Okay, Oko's not the worst. It's not the best either. Ooh, okay, let's brainstorm. Good draw. Let's put back both equipment. We can play Cauldron next turn. I'll go land. Ballista for 3. Oh, that is not something I was expecting. That's bad. Alright, now we need to leave this back to keep our Jace around. Man, if that Walking Ballista resolved, we could have killed the Oko and we'd be in a great position. Now, they're just going to probably overwhelm us with this Retrofitter Foundry. 2 cards left. We really can't afford for them to have another good card. which it looks like they do. So we might have to settle this in game three. They have a Jace. They bounce our Shark, kill our Jace, untap. We get to play Cauldra then. But Cauldra is bad against both Oko and Jace. Man, their deck is good. Once again, I think our deck is actually worse. We've been outclassed in all three matches in terms of deck quality. Hopefully, we're able to overcome that, though. Okay, they make a 5/5 Shark. We know what our top two cards are. If they kill the Jace, I'll concede. Yeah, yeah, you got me. All right, game three. Let's go. We're on the play. They have a lot of good stuff. Jeez. I think we just run it back. Hero of Bladehold is super bad against both of their planeswalkers. Same with Adeline. Yeah, we'll just submit back like this. The key turn was that subtlety turn. Maybe we were supposed to let the Teferi resolve, but then we could just never cast subtlety. I don't know. It's close. We'll keep this hand. Not particularly explosive, but we do have some good interaction. Our last opponent mulled a 4. Hopefully this one can keep at least 5. I'd be okay with 5 though, honestly. Maybe that reflects poorly on me. Let's play planes and pass. The man is a little awkward here. If we want to have Relic Order on 2, we can't have Cryptic on 4. So I think I'm not going to play the Relic Order on 2. Yeah, I will chart. Okay, let's discard. Is it too greedy to discard a planes here? No, I don't really want this many planes when we have Cryptic Command. Um, I think that's worth it. We also could have just played Relic Order to try and turn this into card advantage next turn, but I think I'd rather hold the Relic Order to hit some of their artifacts like that. So do we go for the Stoneforge this turn, or Relic Order first? Um, it's close, but I think I'm actually gonna Relic Order first. I don't want them to play Jace here. We could subtlety it, but like thing is, rushing into something into play with Stoneforge Mystic isn't even that good when they have two Planeswalkers that very effectively deal with Kaldra. Okay, main phase Thirst for Discovery is pretty weak. We get to hold up we can either play Stoneforge or hold up Subtlety next turn. It's kind of close. Hopefully we draw like a reprieve, and then we can play Stoneforge Mystic while interacting, and then the following turn go for it. Chrome Mox, okay. Okay. Huh. Okay, given that, I think I should just play the Stoneforge. The Stoneforge is going to be really, really good. And we can Subtlety one of their Planeswalkers if they play it. I would prefer not to have to do that, but we can. And I think we're pitching Cryptic Command here. I think Teferi is a bit better when we don't have triple blue. Augur of Autumn, that's fine. They already played their planes. And there's a Retrofitter Foundry, also fine. They have one card. What do we think of the chances that it's Mana Drain? Like, if we play Teferi and plus, it's great. It's so bad if they have Mana Drain, though. Do we think they have it? Do we think they have it? Also, like, how much do we need to press? Like if we just sit back and like so the slowest option is just put Cauldron into play. We could even do it end of turn if we were really just like conservative, holding up everything. It's pretty bad if they have the counter spell, if they have mana drain, because they can put all that mana into Retrofitter Foundry. I think that if we play conservatively, they can still kind of go off though, because they can play lands and spells off the top with this. They have this going. I'm gonna take a risk and go for it. We could get burned. If it's not mana drain but another counter spell, then it's neutral. Okay, nice. That is so much better than us just passing and not resolving this to Teferi. Oh, good draw too. Now I think we're in a really good position because we played Teferi. Sometimes you play around things, but sometimes you just need to not play scared. Uro, that's fine. We have Caracas to bounce it once it comes back, but I don't even care that much. We can overpower this sort of thing. Alright, Lotus Petal is not too scary. They're down to 2 cards. What you got, opponent? I think we're in a good spot. We're going to go end of turn Batter Skull, untap Cauldra, attack for 9. I'm actually tempted to talk the Retrofitter Foundry if we draw an island. We don't. Is it still tempting? No, I think at that point we plus. Like, yeah, the servo can sort of stop that. Oh man. So we'll send in both of these. We don't have Cryptic Command up, unfortunately, because we didn't find another blue source. Looks like a Shark Typhoon. So they make this block. Oh, they don't even make that block. That seems incorrect, but I'll take it. We hit them for 9. We gain 4. Then I'll drop the Sentinel into play and pass with Hardcast Subtlety up. Sure. Yeah, it seems pretty hard for them to overcome this at this point. We're head on board. Our hand is absolutely stacked. We have to ferry going. Okay. All right, we'll make this trigger resolve and then we'll play Subtlety. This blocks the Shark Typhoon in addition to controlling the Yoko, and it might just draw the concession. Counterspell? Okay. Let's just Force of Will the counterspell. I think I'd rather have the Subtlety in play and let them have Oko on top if they want it. Boom! Good clap. All right, got the trophy. That's pretty sweet. We're on top of the leaderboard now. asterisks, but on top. The deck was pretty sweet. It was like, no, definitely not broken. We didn't even have fractured identity, let alone any power. But we had a few things going for us. First, subtlety plus plus force of will gave us a lot of free counter magic, which was really, really helpful, especially in a deck that was kind of proactive. Next, Stoneforge was great. It was just consistently very powerful. Card advantage, pressure, board presence, life gain, really doing it all. Both the fairies were good at various points. Same with Jace. Like, this is a pretty sweet trifecta of 3 planeswalkers to have if we're only going to have 3. Um, and yeah, I mean, there's like no one card that really carried us other than Stoneforge, but pretty sweet deck that was just well rounded with decent mana and free or cheap interaction. And that's a recipe for success. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.